It looks like pea soup out there this morning, especially looking down from Mount Rose. That's a lot of cloud cover there. We can make out the trees. They are dancing around. There will be some wind today. We're in between systems with an area of low pressure moving in on Thursday. Good Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Angela Schilling here with an in-depth look at the forecast. Usually we only get about 3 minutes to talk about it on air during the newscast, but with this, I'm going to take the time to pretty much break down everything. As far as this morning, though, again, a lot of cloud cover out there, especially looking down from Mount Rose. And this is what it looks like from our visible satellite. And white would be cloud cover is starting to break apart. We're starting to get some holes there, but we still have a lot of cloud cover. And this includes into California. This also includes into north central Nevada. But then you can also see some spots, especially to the east, where there is more sunshine. And we're going to start to clear out as the day goes on. What's going to help us out is when our winds pick up, that will help to bust apart the clouds, too. In terms of rainfall this morning with our radar, I'm not sure if all of this is making it down to the ground, but you can't rely on at least a few sprinkles out there this morning. Most of us will stay dry today. The exception is into northern California and closer to an area of low pressure, as well as around Lake Tahoe. But in Reno today, I think we're going to call it dry and will clear out as the day goes on. But the clouds are pretty stubborn this morning. So our next system here is up to our northwest, and you can see kind of that spiral. Looks like a cinnamon roll just to the northwest of Seattle. That's going to start to move in here Thursday and Friday. Lately, we've had these waves rotate around it on the underside of it, but the low itself is going to start to move in here by Thursday and into Friday. And as it does so, it's going to kick up our winds. It will keep temperatures below average. It also is going to give us a chance for rain. So this is the upper level jet. I wanted to show you this just to show the track of the low itself. For right now, it's to the northwest of Seattle. Notice what happens as we go through time. It starts to move to the east, and look how long this thing goes and extends all the way down into about central southern California, stretching all the way up into Seattle. So this is a pretty tall area of low pressure. The center of it to the north, we're going to get the southern end of it, but that is enough to give us a chance for rain. Usually you see the best lift to get the air to rise in advance of the low. So in advance of the low on Thursday, we have a pretty good chance. Flow will be coming out of the south-southwest here. And with the flow coming out of the southwest during the winter season, that usually allows for us to get some spillover. You want it to come out of the west or southwest. But in terms of this environment, also is a little bit convective, so those rules don't always apply. But bottom line, in advance of this low, that's usually where we'll see the most lift in getting the air to rise. So that would be on Thursday. Thursday into Friday, we'll have some steady rainfall here. The low is right over top of us on Friday, and by that point here, we'll see more spotty showers. So it'll be more like popcorn, more hit and miss, and also can't rule out a thunderstorm either. And then the low is out of here. By the weekend, it lifts up to the north, but some of the models are even hinting at it retrograding and moving backwards, and that could throw in a few light rain showers on Saturday. But for right now, we're keeping the weekend dry. And most of us will be dry today. So this here shows the risk level as well as the rain chance. The risk level is basically how strong the storms will be, how much of a threat to you and your property will it be. And in green, I'm not expecting anything real hazardous. You're in the green. And yellow is a minor risk. And in terms of rain chances themselves, a 20% chance up around Lake Tahoe, a 30% chance into northeastern California, far northern Washoe County. But today we're in a transition day. We have more cloud cover than anything else. We're not expecting any thunderstorm activity today, but we are tomorrow. And this is from the Storm Prediction Center. Anywhere in green has a possibility of seeing a thunderstorm tomorrow. This includes Lake Tahoe, Reno, Fallon, Bishop, Tonopah, Eureka, Elko, Winnemucca, basically slicing right in advance of that area of low pressure. And right along that area too, can't rule out some localized flash flooding. The risk is marginal, and that's about a 5% chance here. And anyone in green could see some localized flash flooding. And again, it's a 5% chance. So can't rule it out, but chances overall are marginal. So throughout today, most of us will stay dry with the exception of Northern California, just because you're closer to that low itself. For most of us, we're getting a break today, and we'll clear out the clouds by this afternoon. But still a good amount of cloud cover around Lake Tahoe. By Thursday morning, that low is going to going to get pretty close to the coastline here and will be in advance of it. That will provide us with enough lift. It also is going to allow for some moisture to get pulled up from the south in advance of the low as well. And notice what happens. We just see showers basically in a line, almost hitting the same spots over and over again Thursday afternoon, with some embedded thunderstorms as well and heavier downpours. In Reno itself, we're not going to see as much rain as, say, Lake Tahoe or the Basin and Range, but I do think there's a good bet of at least getting some rain. And this carries on Thursday night into Friday. It slowly moves to the east, but still Reno could have some rain Thursday night into Friday morning when you wake up, as well as Carson City. By Friday, that low itself is right over top of us, and then it looks more scattered, more spotty. We get these pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and that will be on Friday. This here shows the moisture content. Again, that of course is needed. Not only do you need the low, but you also need the moisture, and in advance of it, we'll be able to pull in some more, especially up in the Sierra. And when you get that uplift, you'll be able to get more showers there. In the green also includes the Truckee Meadows as well as central Nevada and along and east of 95. But notice we're in the light green, not as much moisture as, say, the Sierra or the Bay Area. And then by the time we get into late Friday and into Saturday, and we start to dry out just in time for the weekend. So the weekend at this point looks to be dry overall. This here shows a CAPE, or convective available potential energy. This shows us the potential of getting some thunderstorms. Notice for today that's not very likely. And then Thursday, overall, it's a slight chance of just seeing some embedded thunderstorms. I think we'll see more rain than anything else, with an occasional thunder or lightning. And then on Friday, we have a little bit more CAPE to work with. So Friday afternoon, we'll probably have more thunderstorm activity, but they'll be hit and miss and pretty sparse. Here's a look at the rain totals here. A majority of the rainfall is going to be up into the Sierra as well as into north central Nevada. In the Reno area, though, I do think we'll get some measurable rain, and probably more rain than we've received over the last few days. We have a better chance as that low moves in. And this is beginning late Wednesday and going into Friday as well. By late Friday into Saturday, it lifts up to the northeast here, and at that point I think we'll start to dry out in Reno, and it moves further to the east with lighter amounts there. So here's a look at the rain chances here. We have a 90% chance of at least getting something measurable in Reno, and you need 1/100th of an inch in order for it to count as measurable. A good bet for that. We have a 60% chance of at least getting 1/10 of an inch, 40% chance of at least 1/4, and a 30% chance of at least a 1/2 inch of rain. And this includes Carson City. Fernley, I think it will be about the same. Fernley actually could get a little bit more. It's not only the rain, the cooler air, and the clouds, it also is the wind. And pay attention to these colors. By this afternoon, we could see wind gusts anywhere between about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So it is going to be a touch windy here later today. And then on Thursday, we'll still have some wind to contend with, especially just to the east of Reno, but wind-prone areas along 395 and 580 can also see some stronger wind gusts as well. So we'll have some wind to contend with here over the next couple of days. As far as your 7-day forecast here, feeling like fall today, high of 72. Again, the only thing this afternoon will be the wind. Thursday and Friday, temperatures still below average. Average for this time of year is 78 with an average low of 46. But tomorrow, high of 70, 40% chance for showers, a better chance for getting rain than what we saw the last couple of days. And then on Friday, a 40% chance as well, not only early in the morning, but also a couple thunderstorms are possible in the afternoon. Then we dry out just in time for the weekend. Highs will be in the 60s, lows will be in the 40s. Have a great day.